How's it going, guys? Hope you're all doing well. So welcome to a new Let's Make video. So in this one, I figured we'd do some filter house loops. We're going to be using my brand new sample pack, Funky Disco House Volume 1. And thank you to everyone who's bought the sample pack so far. Really appreciate the support. We've got a full walkthrough video of it. I'll leave a link below if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I figured we'd just keep the ball rolling. I actually missed a few loops out when I went through these in that video. I missed out the filtered house loops. So I figured we'll go through all these again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to recreate one of these loops. I'm going to show you all the VSTs I've used and the chords I've used. We're going to record it at 118 BPM and speed it up and turn it into a sort of jack and house, filtered house groove. So that's what we'll do in this video. So we'll go through these first. I want to show you the ones that I missed out as well. I know which loop I'm going to make today, but I'm going to make one tomorrow as well, which I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, so we'll start from the top then. I could do this one maybe. Yeah, I might do this one tomorrow actually. Alright, okay. That's probably the one I'll do tomorrow actually, now I've heard it. We'll keep going through them though. Cool. Right, let's keep going. Next one. Really nice bass, that. I'm torn whether to do that one tomorrow now. I'll have to think about Yeah, so these samples are royalty free, so you can use these in your own tracks. Right, okay, we'll keep going. Okay, so we're at Disco Music Loop 10. Now, this is the one I'm going to make today. When we come to resample this, the idea in this loop's really good. So yeah, I was definitely wanting to do this one today. So this is it. Yeah, so when we chop this up, create micro loops, pitch stuff up and down, I ended up with this. I'll actually go down to it. So this is the rework thing we're going to make today. So that's all coming from that. So we can play both of them. Yeah, so I'll probably use the top bit in the breakdown, maybe make it a little bit different, and then just come in with this and make more variations, like to keep it interesting. Powerful strings. Yeah, so in that walkthrough video, I actually missed out these filter house chops. So we'll go through these. I've went through these in the previous video. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link below. Yeah, but these filtered house ones, I forgot to play them. So basically, they're just chops of this here, the disco music loops. I've just messed around with the filter and like made my own reworked versions of them. Yeah, so we'll just quickly go through these. Really more that French house sound. Cool one. Yeah, so I was just using my MIDI keyboard and messing around with the filter that way to get more of a manual feel. Sounds cool though. Yeah. So here's that loop we're going to make again. It's a good one. Yeah, nearly there. It's a good one. So they're the ones I missed out there. So yeah, I've gone through all of them now. So let's get that loop that I'm going to recreate. So this is it here. Right, so I know I pitched this loop up half a semitone. So this is an A sharp minor. When I created the chords, it was in A minor, and it actually is in A minor in this pack here. So we're going to go in, but I'm not going to go through all the pianos. I went through all of these in the last video. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link. This is it here. Really nice. Yeah, so I'm just going to go and get the MIDI. I'll use the same VST. But yeah, I was wanting to show you the plugins I use to make all this. So yeah, we'll grab the MIDI. Right, that's it there. Okay, I'll get this in here. Yes, I'm going to grab this Rhodes VST called Velvet. Okay, so this is it. It's got loads of presets. It's really good. I mean, that's just one section. Look how many you've got there. They're all really nice sounds as well. There's a couple here I really like. So this is Belly Ambience and Studio Phaser. So I'll try this one first. Right, I'm just going to give this a play now. I like that. I'll try the other one. I think this is the one I used. Yeah, it is. Got a really nice sound. I mean, we'll go through more presets just to show you what it's like. That's nice. I use that a lot if I don't want like a swirly sounding one. I'll normally go for this MK1 compressed. But yeah, let's use the Studio Phase. This is the one I use for the sample pack. Great, there we go. Definitely EQ it. Soften it a little bit. What we're going to do actually is get a disco drum in here. So I'm going to go into the pack. We'll go through these 10 disco drums here. We'll just pick one. That's alright. Okay, we'll just go with that. I don't want to waste any time. Right, so I'll play the Rhodes and the disco drum. Right, so I'm going to re-listen to this loop and then we're going to recreate the bass line. So right, we're going to go to the bass construction kit and yeah, we're going to recreate this bass line. Okay, so let's go into the Funky Disco House folder. We'll go to samples, music samples, bass guitar samples. So this has got loads and loads of takes in here. I've told you which string I've played it on and I've played it twice over. So we've got loads of takes here. So we're going to mix and match these up and get a really nice live sound. Yeah, I actually played this in when I made the filter loop. I remember playing A on the E string 3 times. That's the start of the loop. So I'm just going to find that. So A on E string. So that's the first one. And we've got another one here. So this is take 2 played on E string. Same note, but a totally different take, which means you can add these together. So we've got 2 of the same note here. I'm going to unwarp it. Well, let's just create this first note here. We're just going to shorten it and add fades and we just shape the note. So that's sounding alright. We need to shorten it though. So let's just go right in. I'll actually make this a bit bigger. Mess around with the fade. Go even shorter. Right, let's get the second A. We'll hit that in position. So put that there. And so I've got that in the right position. We need to shorten it. So we can delete all of that. There we go. So I could copy and paste this over, reshape it to make it sound different. Or we could just get another take and pitch it down. So how about we grab an A sharp played on E string. Let's grab that and we'll pitch it down a half a semitone. We're just going to put it in here. So we've got a third A there. So every single A note we've got is a different take. So I'm going to get it in position. Needs to go there. Cool. Right, we'll delete all of that. Yeah, so as you can hear, I've held all these notes for a really long time. It just means you can pitch these up and down and it's not going to ruin the sample. Like it won't sound unnatural. So let's just loop this little section up here. So we'll offset these a bit. So I'm just playing the bass and the drums now. Okay, that's cool. Right, so we can make this sound a little bit more realistic now. So what we can do, we can add some ghost notes. So I've got a whole collection of them here. Bass slides and ghost notes. So when I played this, I definitely played ghost notes in between. It's how you get like a funkier sound. So it's just deadened strings. Yeah, so we'll get a couple of these actually. We're going to have to turn them down and like position them right. These definitely help you get like more of a live sound. So I'll turn it right down and shorten it. Right, let's get this in this gap here. I'm going to shorten that even more. Put that here. I think I might have to turn it down more as well. But... So we're getting that sound there. It doesn't sound as robotic now. It actually sounds like someone's playing it in. So we'll do the same here. We'll just shorten it and turn it down. So we'll put that in the same place. I know it's a bit of a chew doing this. It's not really a conventional way to do it. But like I normally chop these loops up anyway. Like if I've recorded a guitar, normally I take all the unwanted noise out. So you end up with these blocks anyway. So it's like it kind of inspired the idea really. We just have all the samples ready to go. So let's offset some stuff. Right, so let's hear where we're at. I've put the Rhodes back on. Yeah, so the fill bit that comes here, it's G, A, C, D. I'm just going to grab all them samples now I've got them in my head. So G played on the E string. Yeah, grab that. A played on E string. We'll just grab this one. Put that there. We want C played on the A string. Right, C played on A string. If you don't play guitar, just go with what sounds good. I'm only doing this, I'm just trying to like imagine how I'd play it. So D played on A string. That's the one. Right, we'll get this as well. Yeah, so these all need shortening. We'll get them in position. This is quite a fast run, this, so I'm going to turn the Rhodes off just so I can hear this better. Go there, I think. Yeah, and then the A, put it right next to it. Right, that needs to go closer in. So I think that needs to go there. And I think that needs shortening as well. And we just add the fade to shape it. We'll try that. I'll get the next note, C. Right, shorten that a little bit as well. Get this over here. Delete the end of it. So I'm thinking the other note starts here. Little gap. Create a fade. And then the last note on this section, which is a D, goes there. Delete the rest. Okay, so let's take a listen to this. Yeah, so as you can hear, we're getting that nice live sound there. Yeah, so it starts in C now, and we're going to do the same thing like the start, where we had like ghost notes. Yeah, we need 3 C notes here. So C take 1, played on A string. C take 2, played on A string. Grab that as well. Position that. There it goes there. That's right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we can offset stuff as we go. Yes, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pitch this C sharp down half a semitone just to put it into C. That'll give us our third note. Take warp off, pitch it down 1, and then yeah, just delete the rest. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, but it definitely needs those ghost notes. They make the difference. So I'm going to grab some more. Let's go random. Try that and that. So same again, turn them right down. Cool. Maybe turn it down a bit more. Same with this one. Right, and then just put it in position. Okay, I need to move that back. There. That's the one. Well, I'll tell you where we're at so far then. Nice, yeah. Well, the second fill is D, C, A, G. I remember playing it. So I'm going to grab them. So D played on the A string. Yeah. And then C played on the A string. Let's go with take 2. Yeah, so I'll grab that one. Yeah, let's grab take 2 on the E string. Just to keep it random. You can do whatever you want. And then we land on G. So that's the next section. So this is all we need for now. Okay, so let's get the 3 notes in then. Okay, so we're getting the C note now. So I think that goes there. Let's create gaps. So let's get this last note. Right, so we've got our A note now. Right, okay, so we're in the next section now. So now we need 3 notes of G with those ghost notes, similar to the other 2 we did. So we want G played on E string. Let's take 1, take 2. Yeah, get that. I'm going to grab a G sharp, pitch it down. So we've got 3 notes of G. Take warp off, drop it 1. Yeah, we just shorten all 3. Yeah, just going to half that. Here, there. So let's get the third G note. Get it over here. Right, cool. So we'll grab our ghost notes again. Call the first and second one. All right, so get that there. This one here. Turn it down. Let's try that. Yeah, working nicely. So, and then it's actually another G. Go back into the samples. Yeah, take one. Right, get it in. I'll go there. Shorten that. Shorten this one. Okay, we want C next. Yeah, that's really nice. On the last part of this section, we just need the D note. We play this a few times. So that one there, we get take two as well. We have a string buzz on it. I'm taking warp off. See this? I need to be closer in. That's right, yeah. We actually need another two D notes. So let's pitch a D sharp down again, just so everything's different. So I'll grab this one. Turn off warp, pitch it down one semitone. Let's get take two as well. Get this one. Same again, pitch it down. Right, so we need to position these. I need to go further in. So there, I think. That go there. Yeah, and the last note is a C. Yeah, get that on the end. We shorten that as well. Right, so we need to get some more ghost notes for this bit. To get three. Actually, we'll get four. Keep it nice and random. So I've shortened that. Look at it in the right place. It's in the right place, but I'm just going to tidy it up a bit. Move it off as well. I'm going to click there. Set the fade. Right, second ghost note. Okay, I'm in the wrong place there. I think we do actually need one there, but I'll just move it. Yeah, again, it's the right idea. Just need to shorten stuff. Okay, we'll try this again. Definitely need to move that off. I can hear you. That's like not sounding right. So try it again. It's better. And we need two in this gap here, like a sort of double flick. So here we go. Do the same thing. I think that goes like that. Right, okay, nice. I think we've got it then. Okay, let's listen to this bass on its own then. Okay, I need to tidy the end up, which is the right idea. Yeah, so just quickly going over it. I can edit the video here. You know what I'm doing. So move them ones. They're all right. Right, yeah, so I've just like moved things and tidied it up a little bit there. So we'll try it with a drum beat. Definitely sounds live, and we've just used samples there. Let's try it with the Rhodes then. Okay, really nice. And we'll just play the music together. So I've took the drum out. Yeah, great. So I like that. I think I need to tidy it up a little bit more, but that's good. So we'll double it. And what we'll do, we'll get a bass slide. We'll get one of these. And we'll just put this on the end just to keep the variation. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. We've got a nice little bass line in there. And I'll join all of that together. Put the drum at the top. I'm going to just colour stuff now. So that's a great way to get like a live sound and bass. Now obviously it's a little bit confusing and it's not like the most easy way to make a bass line. So I would probably like practice a bass line on a keyboard and get the notes right first. And then you can just kind of put the pieces together with the samples. Yes, that's probably the best way to do it. Right, so I'm going to take a listen all the way through then. Okay, so I took a little break there, guys. So we're going to add an amp VST to this bass now. So I like to use CLA bass by Waves. Yeah, I like to use the amp VSTs in Waves as well. They're really good. I think because we're making a loop today, I'm not really making a track. We're going to like loop this up and add a sub bass. I don't really need any extra club out with this bass. I think we just need an amp VST. Yeah, so I use this a lot. I'm going to go through the presets. There's loads of them. There's a couple I really like. There's this Motown one. There's this Jameson. That's a nice one. I think I'm going to go for this other one though, if I'll try and find it. This Ultra Clean. Yeah, I really like this as well. So I'll turn this off and on so you can hear what it's doing to the bass. I'll actually turn it off to start with. Right, and on. Yeah, it's giving it a really nice warm sound and we can tweak all this here. So we've got a bit of drive on it. Maybe lose a little bit more than mid. I like that it's boosting the treble because I like the sort of bite in the bass. You can add subs to bass lines, especially bass guitars. You can really make them sound fatter with the right plugins. I'm going to turn this off and on just to hear how it's sounding. Maybe ease off the bass. Maybe a touch of it. Well, let's play this along with the Rhodes then. On the drums. Okay, so we can leave that for now then. So next we'll go to the electric guitar. Now the electric guitar, the loops are already in the sample pack. So I remember for this loop I used one of the string plucks. It was definitely one that was in A. So I'm just going to check the ones that say A. I think this is it. Yeah, this is the one. So I remember what I did with this. I just got it in and cut it in half and like spread it out so it's not playing as much. So we can delete that bit and just move this across to here. So it's a bit more spaced out and it's leaving a gap for another instrument. Try it along just with the bass. Yeah, it's really working that. I'll get an EQ on it. And when I'm doing this, I normally just go for instruments, funky electric guitar preset. There we go. Tweak it a little bit. So we'll double it up. Right, so I'll play the drums, the bass, and the new guitar string. I'm going to add the Rhodes halfway in. Yeah, it sounded good that. So we'll pan the guitar left. So 15 left. Let's get the Rhodes 15 right. Right, so we're going to add a string. This is the last thing we're going to add. So we're going to use Sound Paint. So this is a brand new VST for me. I've really been enjoying using it. I talked about it a bit in the last video, like it's free to download and you can buy additional sounds. Yeah, so I'm going to get it now. So as you can see, you've got your menu here with all these additional sounds. I've only got the 3 here. I've got the woodwind, string and the brass. The quality is really amazing. So we've got the strings here. I've got the cage strings, which are more like sort of movie stuff. They're really good though, but these disco strings are amazing. Right, so we'll click on here. So we've got three menus here, which is Royer, Neumann, and AKG. These are all microphones. So every layout's the same. So if I click on this, all the legato, sustains, all this stuff, it's all laid out the same in each microphone. But you can mix and match these like IDs and you get some really amazing sounds. So, right, so I'll show you what I mean. So we can click on this legatos. This portamento's really nice. So if I hold the string and move the note, they have that really nice string bend. We do it with chords as well. So as you can hear, it's amazing. This is just one of the settings. We're not going to use this one. Try another one. I think it's this one here. Try this. Yeah, so this is the one we're going to use. I'll show you some other ones while we're here. We've got some shorts. These are really nice. Yes, you can create some amazing ideas with this VST. It really is amazing. So we've got drama strings here. Try these. Really nice. We've got disco falls, like the list goes on. And when you combine all this together, you get a really amazing sound. I'm really looking forward to using this on my next tracks. But yeah, let's go back to this other one. So this one here is the one I'm going to use. Yeah, really liking the sound of that. So I'm just going to press Control and U to kind of glue everything to the grid. We're definitely going to have to tweak this. So it needs a little bit of work with the MIDI, but I'll do it now. So look at the velocity first, yeah. So let's tweak stuff a little bit more. Maybe drop these a bit. I'll keep it random still. Yeah, that'll be alright. Seems to sound better when they're overlapping. Let's hit it with the bass. Let me do a bit more tweaking here. Yeah, we're getting this. We're just making it sound unnatural. It's making it sound better. So let's move that off as well. Right, so next I'm going to double up this VST. So we've got two of them now. I'm going to lower the octave. Let's just pick another preset here. Let's try the same one, but we'll do it with a different microphone. So let's try the Royer. So it sustains this one. And the octave's lower now. So we'll just try this. Right, so I'll hear them both laid up. Try with the Rhodes. Right, they need to come down. On the guitar. Yes, I'm quite happy with this. It needs a bit more work though, so let's just get an EQ on it. I'm going to bounce these to audio. Just to save a little bit of CPU. Okay, so that's all the elements that's in this music loop. So all I'm going to do now is group everything up. We'll put a little bit of glue compression on it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add is this really cool plugin from Isotope. Yeah, it's called Vinyl. It's free to download as well, so it's definitely worth getting. I'm going to throw this on here. Right, okay, so I've got it bypassed here. So when I turn this on, you're going to hear straight away it's adding like crackle, it's adding dust. So it's like straight away making like an old sound. I'm going to drop the gain of that. Yeah, that's a bit better. And what we've got here is different settings. You've got like 1930s quality, 1950s quality, all the way up to 2000. We can tweak this wear knob here, which actually like makes the track sound more worn down, or whatever you're tweaking sound more worn down. And we've got this warp. I'm going to turn this off actually. That just makes it sound like it's more on like a record, and you've got like a wobbly vinyl, which we don't really want for this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press play. I'm going to tweak this here, and we're going to hear how it sounds. That's 100%. You can hear what that's doing there. It's making it sound more worn down. So I like that about 10%. We've got a bit of dust and crackle. So it's going to make these crackle noises as the loop's playing. And I might as well show you these settings here while we're here. So we'll try the 1930s and you'll hear the different qualities. Okay, 1950s. Yeah. And 2000. Because we're making a disco record, we'll keep it on the 1970s. And if we bypass this, you can really hear what it's doing. So this is it on. And off. Like it's cutting some of the lows, but I don't know if it's cutting all of it. It's just giving it a really nice sound. It's giving it the sound that I like. Yeah, so I use this a lot when I'm making these loops. Oh, actually, there's one more thing to add. So yeah, we're going to add like a brass sweep. So we're going to go into the sample pack. There'll be one in A minor. I'll try this one here. Yeah, that's the one I used. Let's just get this in. Get this in here. Okay, so we're going to create an audio channel. So we're going to resample this now. So click here, resampling. We'll arm this here. And we're just going to click record and record this. Okay, great. So we've got our sample. So I'm going to turn these off. So what we can do, we can tweak this now. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is speed it up. So let's go 126 BPM. So I'll put that on complex for now. Turn this up. Right, okay, so I've turned this loop up. I'll put it on complex. We're going to pitch it up in a second. What I'm going to do first, though, is maybe use like standard clip and get rid of some of these peaks here. It's a really good plugin, this. So we're just going to drag this threshold down. You're going to see what it does. See, the further I'm going down, it's like hacking away at this sample. Like, that's too much. Trying to catch the peaks just a tiny bit. Yeah, there. We'll add some saturation, maybe a little bit. Right, so we're going to pitch this up half a semitone now. That's what I did in the loop. I pitched it up from A to A sharp. We're in complex, just going to pitch it up one semitone. In fact, I'll play it and then pitch it up. There we go. Yeah, so it definitely makes it sound more like a sample. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is chop this loop up and then we're going to add like a house beat. We'll dig through the pack a little bit more. I didn't go through all the house stuff like the house drums. Yes, I'll do that next. Right, okay, so we've got two copies of our disco loop here. We've got one here which is like the original. And we've got this one that we're going to chop up now. We've also added a kick and a closed tap with a clap, just so we've got a basic beat. We'll go through some top loops and like percussion loops in a bit. Yeah, so we've got this loop here. This is the same one, but this is the one we're going to chop up now. Right, let's take one more listen to this before we chop it up. But yeah, we need to make a chop here. So what we're going to do first is we'll grab an EQ. It's cut to 120 hertz. Okay, so we'll try this. Okay, so next we'll add a side chain. So I'm going to grab LFO tool, drop it maybe to here. Right, so we'll try this now. So I'll turn it off. Yes, that's the right idea. We'll try that with the kick now. It's got more of a pump and feel now. So I'm going to recreate that loop. So we're going to do it now. So I know the start bit is the very beginning. So we're going to move this across, click on loop. Now it's just going to loop this section here. So we'll just give this a try. Really getting a cool driving feel there. Like I made some chops for the sample pack, but there's loads more in here, like in these disco loops. All I have to do is go through them. You'll find little track ideas. This would probably sound good like this. Like we'll just like extend the loop. Try here. It's a good one. There's a little idea there. Yeah, but I know what I'm doing here. We're going to shorten this. This is what we want. Right, so I'll play it again. And we're going to cut there. We'll actually shorten that. And we'll loop this up. So this second part here, we can move it. And I think we need to move it to here. Yeah, so that's in the right place. So let's play this on its own. So here's our two disco chop parts now. Got a really cool sound that. Yeah, that sounds really cool. So all I did to finish the loop off was double it. It's actually a really simple one to make. And we just make another chop here. But I think I just used the bit at the end. Or it was the bit at the halfway point, one or the other. That goes there. Right, so let's hear this all the way through our brand new disco chop. Nice, really completes it that. So this is a super basic version of how it would drop. Yeah, really good. Yeah, so I'll probably actually double this up. Let's do something really basic here. I'll probably do that again and like build the tension there. It's really nice that we've actually got the MIDI as well for the sub bass. Like we've got the loop as well, but we might as well get the MIDI so I can show you the notes. Some music loops, sub bass loops. Yeah, so it's this A sharp sub bass MIDI here. So let's get this in. So look at it, it's just one single note. It just jams off A sharp and then it jams off G sharp. This has got like a driving feel. Right, so let's get an operator. So we'll get this. I always add this to -20. Drop this to 0.5. I'll lift that up, the sustain. I'm just going to listen on its own then. Yeah, that sounds quite cool. I'm going to copy that LFO tool. So we'll try this with a kick. It's got sidechain on it now. So we'll get this across here. We've got a fill here, so we're going to change the bass line. That's all right though. That's it there. Right, so I've made a tweak there at that end fill. So it just goes up to D sharp. That should match up with the disco loop now. So I'm going to loop all that up. So this D sharp note, I wonder if we can lower it. That might sound cool. I'm going to try the bass with the drums. Fill that, yeah. So auto filter, I like to add a bit of resonance, maybe about 40%. And you can just go up and down like this and get like a nice effect. Yeah, that's working. So I'll leave that there for now. Let's get this bass across. Right, so we'll go halfway. Okay, cool. Just bring it in. Hearing them frequencies coming in there. Really cool, yeah. Yeah, so that's the idea for that. I would copy this over, this auto filter, and I wouldn't have a side chain on this, but I would filter it in. So let's put that to about there. I'll actually automate it. Let's just get this here. Maybe do that. Oh yeah, I'll put an EQ on this as well. So 120 hertz again. Yeah, so we'll play this from here. I'll leave the automation on. Add a clap there, add snare rolls and stuff. So we'll go through some top loops now. I'm going to leave the filter like this. I like to do that with tops and just keep the disco loop slightly filtered. So we've still got the vibe. It's just not like repeating over and over. So basically just sounding like this. Even a bit more. So we still hear the loops that way. Right, so we've got 20 to go through, so we'll just quickly do it. Okay. It's cool. Not bad. Okay, that works. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll try that. Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, we'll try that as well. Okay, that's good and all. Really like that. got. Yeah, we can just quickly pick the best one and we'll go through the percussion loops. Right, okay, so we're going to try these again. Like both of them. I like all three. Could maybe combine one or two of them. See what these two sound like. We combo them. That's cool. Let's just run with that. Those frequencies coming in there, cool. Really got a good groove that. So we'll quickly go through the percussion loops and we'll try them out. I'm going to be making another one of these disco loops tomorrow, just showing you how I did them. I like that. Yeah, that seems to be working better. So I think less bongo stuff for this seems to be working better. It's a good one. Yeah, these can really help your drums drive along as well, so I really like these. That's good, yeah. Yeah, really nice that. Kind of works as well. Like that really works. That's really complimenting the track, that. Right, house snares next. Not bad. That works. Nice little thing at the end. Okay, so last section, the wood blocks. That's sounding cool, yeah. It's quite nice as well. Yeah, so I'll just quickly pick my favourite. We'll play this all the way through. I'll mess around with the filter. And then, yeah, we'll be able to wrap the video up then. I've turned the disco chop off for now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's good. They're both good. Replay these. So we'll delete these two. I like this here, and its house snare was good. I'll try that. Back, we'll play them both together. Yeah, and while we're here, we'll get a crash. Just double it up. Right, okay, so let's play this all the way through then. So now, alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this one. Really hope you took something from it. And I'll be back soon with another video. Alright, take it easy, guys. Cheers.